Yoga for healing. What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everyone? Have you been outside? Soaking in the rays. We're gonna tap in and see what's going on. See what's in the energy right now. What is it that we may need to know? Actually, let me take this jacket off. Better. Oh, exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. Yes, it is that time. About time that they admitted that they are tired, exhausted, that it's been a long journey. And they have depleted the energy that they once had stolen. They have no more. And the lies and structures that they have built have them cornered. Let's see what it is that I'm picking up. What is the Spirit putting down? What is Divine wanting us to know about those still in pursuit and chasing toxicity? This is also about our resilience. Not falling into ego, landing as prey for those manipulative stories of, oh girl, he wants you. Oh girl, this dude is fine. Wanting you to ignore the toxic nature of what's running behind you, but wanting you to slow down. Go back in your minds and open your heart and be receptive. Were you vulnerable? Have you listened to some that were wanting you to be vulnerable? Wanting to tug on those strings of, this is from above. It's a contract. It is written in stone. Wanting you to be receptive to that. Wanting to twist and turn and manipulate. Wanting you to get caught up in ecstasy and ego. Like this is supposed to be a good time for them. That this old energy is returning. This old energy that's chasing thrills and getting pissy at the one speaking on it. Making others aware of the manipulation and the tricks that are being used with words. Making them aware that self-talk begins with self first. So if they are telling you, how are they speaking? Something to be aware of. You don't have to be a psychic to see what's right in front of you and what is being said. It's up to you if you're going to tell yourself, oh, they didn't mean it that way. Oh, they didn't mean it like this. Or are you going to take it for how it was dealt? How did it come at you? How did they expect you to perceive it? Because we're well past, oh, I was just kidding, or that was just a joke, and why are you being so strict and blah, 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 blah. Turning the tables around, wanting to point the finger at you as though you were doing something wrong. Wanting you to ignore your protection, your guidance, those nudges. Wanting to clout the situation so that you would be open and vulnerable. to those that were chasing, that were still very toxic. This was a test of resilience, a test of our ego. Who gives a fuck if they say he fine or she fine? Who gives a fuck if they say, oh, they got a huge this or they got a tight that? Those are all ways of grabbing you and lowering you. And if you have things in those areas that are not healed, you'll fall for it. Oh, he's wanting me. Oh, he's longing you. Oh, he's stuck over here with this one, but he really want to be with you. Make that make sense, because divine does not make it set up like that. It's tests, yes. One that you might have on your end and one they have on theirs. But not for you to judge how you move on yours, because they may be trapped. That's another test within a test. Are you going to leave that person they say is your twin flame or your soulmate as much as you hear it? Are you going to stand firm on what you know is true? Can you take a step, trusting yourself on blind faith, trusting you made the right move, not knowing for sure what the outcome would be for many years? That's situations that are panning out right now. Of those that have been chasing this empty pursuit, living life in toxicity, running behind us, wanting us to open our hearts and be vulnerable. They've been chasing thrills. They like the excitement of the trickery and seeing who they can have fall in the trap. What else is it that we need to know? Past life. These are lessons. Are you trying to level up? Are you trying to break those curses? Go to the next level? Are you still repeating patterns of that same karmic lesson that we call a hamster wheel? What else is it that we need to know about this deja vu, this past life? You've kept distance and separation. You've blocked. And now they want to make amends. And let's get some more info on that. We'll get some more cards and see what comes out on this. But it seems pretty clear to me that you should avoid and keep your distance, stay separated, keep blocking those that are wanting to make amends and make continuous rolls of the dice. Keep wanting another chance after another chance after another chance. Are you here to keep repeating the pattern? Or are you here to learn the karmic lesson? There's rules in this game. Some like to call chess. Some are living in a fantasy, daydreaming. Fantasizing, not manifesting. Wanting another roll for another chance. To see how resilient you are to their toxicity. What do we need to know about this chasing and toxicity? Dang. Clarity. The truth is already spoken. We're aware of their intentions and we're keeping it honest. They are confused. They wanted to blur the lines. But there's no confusion when there's awareness. When there's nothing unclear or unsure about the importance and the value of those that go deep and those that like to stay on the surface level. Those surface level pleasures. Those that don't listen to their intuition, their inner knowing, that are living in a fantasy. What do we need to know about this empathy and being receptive, having an open heart to these chasing from this past life energy? This commitment. Now, everybody that comes across here, I believe that this channel is for specific energies. It's not for everybody. Because not everyone is going through this type of journey, this past life deja vu of remembering and having the clarity of this chase, not being confused or uncertain of the depths and the awareness and the importance. You value and you are open to commitment, but not one from this past life. This one you're keeping your distance. And I don't believe they're going to get a second chance. What about this commitment that's been blocked of this past life? It's been blocked so that you can flourish. For your self-growth, your self-focus, and your soul-finding. And that includes for them. But see, during this separation, they were supposed to already be doing that. But they have not. Therefore, there is no second chance. No new beginnings. No start over. For those that have not healed, not put in the work. Those that we are blocking, maintaining our space and staying separated from. Because we are well aware of what the gamble is. And these clowns don't want us to walk away. We're not being cold. We're just walking away. Maintaining our peace and our balance. They want a second chance, but that is not going to be given. That's a fantasy. They're trying to prevent an emotional storm from occurring because they're realizing that you really have walked away and released the old and moving on. They're aware that this is not going to happen and that you are flourishing because you have walked away. Them thinking that they have another chance at this point in time is mind-blowing, actually. They want to say it's a foolish mistake, but you're on a new direction. They want to come in and say that it was all a mistake. Oh, really? Years and years, repeated cycle. But remember, this is something of a past life. It was not nourished. There was no commitment. Their heart was not open. They were not able to go to the depths that were needed. So you walked away. And now, for you, it's a gamble of a second chance that you see as a fantasy for them because you released them. Difficult way. Your approach might get you to your destination, but it is definitely not the easiest way to get there. Reevaluate your plans and determine where you might be making things unnecessarily difficult for yourself. The difficult way. This is about an energy that was going through a past life situation, most likely with a twin flame soulmate, but something that they had to release. Because they gained clarity. There's no confusion of the importance of this nourishing of self-growth and self-focus and soul-finding. The importance of distancing yourself and blocking those that don't want to be left out. Those that will say you're leaving them out in the cold and you're being a frosty, icy bitch. Let them. Because they're only doing it because they want another opportunity when they've already been given several chances. Yet they remain fantasizing. This made your way a little bit difficult because when two divine counterparts come together, they are expected to grow, but there is free will. What is this fantasy that they're living in? Give me one on this fantasy of this second chance. What is this energy they're imagining? What do we need to know about this fantasy of the second chance? Damn. Do you see how that flipped out? Let's see what it says. They lost their protection when they moved away from you. Trust that you are not divinely supported. They are not co-creating with the Creator. And they have not grounded themselves in the sacred truth. Damn, and it fell right there. And I'm asking about this fantasy. Their confusion has caused them to lose sacred security, abundant attraction. There are no limits except those you impose. The quantum field holds infinite potential. What will you choose to create? Well, it looks like we can see what some have chose to create. But Holy Spirit, what about those that are aware, have the clarity, keeping up the boundaries, nourishing themselves? What do we need to know? Dang. The way that just flew like a plane. Scarcity mindset. But if I was to pick it up the way it was landing facing me, it would be in the reverse. Scarcity mindset. Let me read the whole thing for those to understand what that means. If you believe there is never enough time, love, or resources, you will unknowingly create that experience. Shift your focus from fear of loss to trust and overflow. Never say I'm broke. Never say I ain't got it. Never say it's never. Never. Don't. Shift. Everything is abundant to me. Everything is flowing to me. Everything is abundantly at my reach. Everything I need comes to me when I need it. Always on time. Never late. My resources and sources are overflowing. Never ending. Shift your focus from fear of loss to trust and overflow. What is meant for you will never be scarce. We are not in a scarcity mindset. And I ask, after this, I asked the question about this, those that are aware. Do you see the green and the red? Both sacred. One is from a lower vibration when you're in it. So actually, in actuality, in duality, since this is in reverse, it would be green or higher as far as colors go. In this sacred security, being in reverse, being green, but in reverse it would be a red. That balance. The importance of being centered, knowing yourself. Don't they say, if you don't know where you come from, how you know where you're going? That is so true in so many aspects, deeper than people realize. Frequency match. Like attracts like, and your energy calls forth relationships and interactions that match your frequency. Embody the qualities you want to see in others, for you are both the reflection and the invitation. And that reminds me of a comment where someone noticed the 222 frequency match, duality, the power couples coming in. But first, I truly believe that the first power couples coming into play are ourselves coming into duality of ourselves, within ourselves, becoming that power person, mastering ourselves. Then that frequency matching. But a lot of us like to put the horse before the cart. No matter how long you're in solitude or in hermit mode, it may even turn into feeling like monk mode. You will have joyful times. You won't be bored. There's so much to know and learn. And how can you be bored with yourself and living in a limitless universe? The universe is boundless and abundant. Open your heart to receive without limits. Walking in the truth that your dreams do not take away from others. These little rugrat homosexuals, grown and gray-haired, don't get that yet. But we're not all built the same, and everybody's not taking in these solar rays. The frequency match. We're going to keep that there. We are saying, stay focused on yourself, block out the negative, stay balanced. This is a time of easy peasy breezy, integrating what we've learned, expanding on that. Peace.